Welcome to HueFin News. Today is November the 6th, 2017, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis. This is the place where we give you the news according to the charts through the price spread and the volume. And before we get started, I got to give you the disclaimer that we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather what we are giving you is more powerful. We are giving you the language of the markets. We are the interpreters of the market exchange, and today has been a phenomenal day for us. You guys can see that the market cap though is down. It's now at $193 billion. Yesterday it was at 199. So it kind of tells you where all of the money went and where it fled. It went away from Bitcoin, which now stands at $117 billion. They are down 5.13%, but Ethereum finally had an update, up 1%. Bitcoin Cash closed lower. Ripple is up 2.2. Litecoin is up 0.67. Dash is up 1.15. Neo is up 0.81. Monero is up 15.58. Ethereum Classic up 9.45. These are all the cryptocurrencies that we have forecasted on our video to move higher. And we finally have gotten that today. Today was such a profitable day for us. That's why it's important to make sure you are ahead of the game. That's what the language of the markets will do for you. It tells you in advance to where the market is headed. And that's what we've been analyzing over the last couple of videos, showing you guys where these cryptocurrencies are likely to go. Now, there are minor instances to where the interpretation does go awry. And just like with any language, any culture, you do have misunderstandings. And that does occur on rare instances. But nevertheless, our analysis thus far has been precise. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at Bitfinex. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is down 5.33%. Last trade was at $6,976.60. And we've been telling you guys over the last 3 or 4 trading days that Bitcoin was giving us stockpile, and you cannot have too many days where stockpile comes in the market and then you finally get it pushed to go down bar. With that being said, our analysis for Bitcoin, it is a change of tone, and we will be expecting them to continue to move lower. And that first area for Bitcoin to move lower is going to be that $6,800 area. And if it cannot maintain it, then we're looking for it to at least come to $6,600. Okay. But you guys can currently see that it's trying to maintain that $7,000 area as support. But given the amount of volume and the spread of this bar, we are still expecting them to at least come down to 6,800. This is telling us that it is giving us a change of tone, that the sellers are trying to take control of Bitcoin. And it might give us a little sideways trading action tomorrow, okay? And that could come all the way back up to the open and close, like around 7,100, 7,120 for tomorrow. In case that happens, that is still a possibility that the market may move a little higher, so expect that as well. But overall, given the amount of volume for today, it is a lot higher than the last 2 and almost the last 3 trading days, telling us that the market is giving us a change of tone. So now let's go ahead and check out Ethereum. Ethereum is down 0.13%. Last trade was at $295.62. And we were forecasting Ethereum to at least come back up to the high that occurred on the 3rd of November, which was at $307. And instead it moved all the way up to $310. And we told you guys a while back that $310 is acting as resistance for Ethereum. And the type of bar that we would need to see in order for it to break $310 is going to be a push to go up bar. If we do not get that, then Ethereum will continue to trade below $310, which is the same indication that we're getting today on this bar. The market shot all the way up to 310, but there wasn't no precursors of strength at that area. And then the market shot right back down to the open of today's bar. So we can still expect Ethereum to continue to move sideways, and we will still take it around the open and close that occurred here on the 2nd and 3rd of November, which was around $284, all the way back up to maybe the close and the open from the 3rd and the 4th of November, which was around $303. So that will be our trading range for Ethereum on tomorrow. Now, if this stockpile that is coming in on this bar is overly excessive, then we will definitely expect them to come back down to 280. If the market overall is giving us precursors of weakness, it might even come back down to 290 again, as it has been over the last couple of trading days. You guys can see here on this chart. So that is a possibility as well. But overall, we're not seeing Ethereum moving higher, but probably above 305 again, if that's possible. So now let's go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is down 5.9, is down 6%. Last trade was at $591.24. And as we were doing our video yesterday, Bitcoin Cash came right up there to that 660. And then as soon after that, the market shot right back down, because yesterday gave us a precursors of strength and the market did not give us that return. We was expecting the market to at least close above the close from yesterday, and that is not going to happen. So that gives us a change in tone as well for Bitcoin Cash. So what do we expect to happen for this particular cryptocurrency? At least expecting them to come back down to $560. Now it could come and touch it and then bounce back and come to the high from the 2nd of November, which was $594, so around $600. So to have the market shoot higher, but then to close lower than the close of yesterday's bar, is giving us another precursors of weakness on top of the stockpile that we've seen. So around that price area, around 600 to 640, is giving us weakness. So we would be expecting Bitcoin Cash to be moving lower as well. But if it does move higher on tomorrow, then expect it to come and touch maybe back up to 620. It might even come to the open and close from the 4th and the 5th of November. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is up 0.65%. Last trade was at 20 cents, and we was forecasting them to at least trade sideways, and that was from the open and close from the 1st and 2nd November all the way back up to 21 cents. And Ripple almost made it up to 21 cents, but not quite, and it's still trading within this range. But one of the positive things that we can see is that volume is definitely coming in, and the market is at least currently closing above the close from yesterday. So that gives us a little inclination to say that Ripple may continue to move higher, because we have the market participants maintaining the price stay above the close from yesterday, even though we do have stockpile in the market. So our analysis for Ripple will be for them to continue to move higher, but we still are paying attention to the stockpile here on this bar. So for that fact, we have to take into consideration that it can still come back down to 19 cents. So now let's go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 0.02%. Last trade was at $54.43. So you guys can see it's been pretty much of a wash for Litecoin. The market came all the way up to $56 that we forecasted on our video yesterday, but now it's trading right here around the open and close from today. So from the open from today. So it's kind of like a wash. We have seen how the market participants are trying to maintain price at this area. The market shot lower, and they brought it right back up to the open of today. The market shot higher, and it came right back down to the open of the day. So obviously they are still within this price area, working things out, trying to make a determination on whether or not they want to move higher or lower. So we kind of have to wait until tomorrow to see precisely what the market wants to do. The market is giving us a wash currently, and it is really hard to try to get an analysis when you get these type of bars. But overall, we can say that Litecoin is wanting to move higher for the fact that we had this precursors of strength on these 2 days. The volume here was heavier, but the spread was smaller than the previous day. So overall, we're getting precursors of strength for Litecoin. But since we don't have a definite precursors of strength on today's bar, then it's expected that we would just say they'll trade sideways for the time being. But overall, we are stating that Litecoin should be moving higher though. So now we're going to look at Dash. So Dash is up 0.90%. Last trade was at $273.89. And Dash did shoot higher back into our descending triangle that we mentioned yesterday, and it came up and hit 280, but it still got hit with more stockpile and is now trading below our descending triangle once again. But we can say that the volume is still here on today. A lot of participants are active in Dash on today, and we will still be expecting them to continue to move higher and come right back into our descending triangle, at least come back up to 280 one more time, or the market is still strong, come back up to 290. But for the time being, since we have to acknowledge the stockpile that is on today's bar as well, that it still can come back down to 270 and possibly touch. If not that, it might come to the close that occurred on the 2nd of November, which was $264. So that's a possibility as well. That is just to acknowledge the stockpile that is on the bar today. But we are still forecasting Dash to move sideways to higher. So now let's go to Neo. So Neo is up 0.25%, 0.25%. Last trade was at $26.20. So we was forecasting Neo to at least come to 28, and we are still expecting that for the fact that the market did give us a trial run bar currently, but the market is not giving us that confirmation today. That is the only precursors of weakness we are seeing for Neo. But one of the things that kind of offset that is the fact that the volume is very light over the last 3 days. It has been decreasing. So we will continue with our analysis that Neo will be moving higher, and we're still looking for $28 for Neo to come at least to touch. Now, if the market is going to give us more precursors of weakness, then it can definitely come all the way back down to the open and close from the 2nd and 3rd of November. But given the fact that the volume is light towards this price area around $26, we will be expecting it to move higher. So now we're going to go to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is up 5.12%. Last trade was at $13.83. And we told you in our video yesterday that we need to see precursors of strength right here around this area of support / resistance in order for Ethereum Classic to stay above that price area. And we've gotten that. You guys can look on the smaller time frame and see that precursors of strength, and the market shot all the way back up to a high of $15.25. We were just forecasting it to come to 14. So I mean, anything higher than that is definitely a plus. But now you guys can see that we're getting stockpiled on the bar for today. So obviously the market overall is still giving us precursors of strength, because you can see over the last couple of trading days the market has given us 3 wide up bars, right? But the volume is decreasing as you guys can see today versus what it was yesterday, on about the same amount of spread. So obviously the interest in higher prices is decreasing. So we have to acknowledge that fact as well. And one of the things you guys can see, that Ethereum Classic came right back down, and it might come, if it cannot hold support where it is now, then expect it to come right back down to $13. Okay. But if it does, then it could come right back up to 15 again as well. But overall, we're looking for Ethereum Classic to slow down in its momentum, because it will have to go through a lot of this trading in the background in order for it to continue to move higher. So the market should be sooner or later taking a break and be trading sideways. And then from there, we'll be able to tell you whether or not it's going to continue to move higher or lower. So our analysis for Ethereum Classic for tomorrow is for them to trade sideways, and we're looking for them to come to this area of support around $13.20, somewhere around there. It might come all the way back down to 13 due to the amount of stockpile in the market. But overall, like we said, you can't have too many days with stockpile coming in without the market eventually going down. But if it does move higher again for a third time, then expect it to maybe come back up to $15, or even the high that occurred today was around $14.25. So the last one for today is Monero. So Monero is up 21.11%. Last trade was at $104.03. So man, we have been waiting for a long time for this push to go up bar. This is a definite precursor of strength, and then where the bar closed, you can expect Monero to move higher. Our expectation is at least for them to come to 105, just like it did on these 2 days, which was the 14th of October and the 27th of September. This is where the last resistance area is for Monero. If we get a push to go up bar tomorrow through 105, then it can definitely go back up to 110 for our expectation. But man, this is a definite precursor of strength. The volume is here. Back in this up move, the interest in higher prices is in Monero right now. So that is our analysis for them to continue to move higher. We told you in our video yesterday that we do acknowledge the volume getting lighter and that the market will be moving higher. Go back and check out our video for that particular analysis. But that's all we have for today. It's a very profitable day. Guys, continue to watch these videos, gain your confidence in the market, so you guys can also understand the entry and exit points to where you might need to get in and get out. We have also placed timestamps in the description of these videos to save you guys some time. You got questions and comments, as always, there's there listed at the bottom of the videos. Go ahead and place there as well. But guys, this is where it's at, understanding the language of the market. You guys need to know this. That's all we got for today. You guys stay profitable, and I'll talk to you guys later.